questions about your pets? Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Erik Fox.
Definitely winter here in the Valley, and welcome once again to another edition of your Energy Pet Connection. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. Joined on the other side of the split screen by four guests today. Three of them are two-legged. One of them is four-legged. We'll get to the four-legged one in a moment. First, I want to introduce Nick and Katie and Daniel, who are on the stage today. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Cannot complain, but obviously we talk about all things involving pets. Maybe you got a new family member you want to add to your home, aka a four-legged guest like Nikita. So let's go jump into it. Let me put you guys on the full screen. And what can you guys tell us about Nikita?
Nikita is a 12-week-old German Shepherd. She's already spayed. She obviously is a puppy, so she has a lot of energy. She's super sweet, and she literally just wants to play. She's available right now, and she is spayed.
So Nikita, 12-week-old German Shepherd puppy. Of course, a lot of puppy energy. So maybe let's talk about when you have a puppy come home. It's a little different from maybe with the pet you remember when you were a kid, when they were like 5 or 6 years old. There's a lot of different temperament to them, right?
Right. They like to chew on things. They like to pee places they shouldn't. It just takes time. They say it takes 3 weeks for a dog to adapt. But puppies adapt really fast, and they just need training and time and patience.
And I can see Nikita is distracted by items just like I am in life. So
that's a very sweet girl. She's really playful.
We got the information on the screen for Nikita, which is A119-457-4157. And a lot of puppy energy. And I think we'll throw in the beautiful outfit that she's wearing today, too, because that has to be part of the so you guys, obviously one of the great things about adopting from shelter is you guys get a chance to spend some time with the animals. How's Nikita around other animals?
She has not been tested yet because she is only 12 weeks old, and she is an adopt return. So she just came back like 2 days ago.
It's usually a good idea to get them started and socialize with other dogs right about this age, though. Mm-hmm. So, if somebody is interested in adopting and they have another animal at home, this would be a good age to do an introduction, 12 weeks.
So if someone wants to maybe meet Nikita and maybe spend a little more time, maybe even bring maybe the kids or other family members are going to be there, what's kind of the process where you come down and meet Nikita?
Yeah, you can just ask for her by name. With a little bit of luck, she won't be available for too much longer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, folks who are interested can come down to the Kern County Animal Shelter. We're at 3951 Fruitvale Avenue. We're open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday, except for today. We're open 2 to 7 on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. So we stay open late for folks that work until 5 p.m. And you can come in and ask to see Nikita. We could do a meet and greet. You can bring your family, bring your kids. The only thing we're not typically allowing of is bringing your own dogs into the shelter to do an introduction on that side of things. But sure, bring your kids, bring your family to see if it's good. We always like it when the more family shows up, so that it's a family decision. Gives us some confidence that everybody's going to work together to care for the animals. So come down and ask for Nikita. And if Nikita's not available, oh shucks, we have probably about 200.
We're definitely going to have to do one of these sessions where we do it live in the shelter where you guys kind of get a more vibe. So we'll walk through the shelter. So we'll have that coming up probably in a few weeks. You and I can coordinate that out where we do a live pet connection from the shelter where maybe you guys get a chance to see all the amazing pets, just like Nikita. Once again, we got Nikita's information on the screen, A119-4157. And, of course, we got the information scrolling at the bottom to get contact with Kern County Animal Services. Let's go and talk a couple things. We talked about last time, but I think, when I let my dogs out this morning at way too early in the morning, it was that reminder of how the weather is this time of year, where maybe it's those things which you need to think about with your pets. What kind of information do you think people need to know about how to care for a pet when it's really, really cold out?
Yeah, so we will usually give the same advice for any weather extremes, extreme heat or extreme cold. And that advice is treat your pets like you treat your family. You wouldn't leave, especially your family members that are at risk. Maybe they're infirmed or they're sick or their immune system hasn't developed yet. Maybe they're very young. I mean, you wouldn't leave, a child in the extreme temperatures with no parental guardianship or anything like that. Probably shouldn't do that with your pets either. They're very susceptible to the extreme elements, very susceptible to high heat and very low temperatures. Very severe health issues can result from your dogs spending too much time in the extreme temperatures. So, we always just want to make it real easy. If you wouldn't put your elderly grandparents out in the extreme temps, or your very young children or relatives out in the extreme temps, don't do it with your pets. They're very susceptible at a young age, at any age really, but especially at a young age or at an old age. So take all the same precautions that you would for your family. Treat your pets as family, especially when we're dealing with extreme temperatures, and everybody should be fine.
Talking about precautions, another thing in which we really need to think about pets is vaccinations. When someone comes home, when a four-legged friend comes home from you guys, they're up to date on their vaccinations. But can you maybe talk a little bit about the importance of making sure you're keeping up on the vaccinations?
Yeah, Katie, let me ask you a question. What's the most common illness we see in the shelter?
URIs, which is a cold in animals.
So you heard Katie say URI. That's an upper respiratory infection. That's like a cold or a flu for a dog. And when you have, we have about 270 dogs in our facility, and they have to be housed very close together. That many dogs in high stress conditions, in close quarters, means that illness can transmit and spread very quickly. And so when we have lots of unvaccinated dogs, it increases the likelihood that an illness like an upper respiratory infection can spread very quickly. The most common type of illness that we see in the shelter is kennel cough. Mm-hmm. And there is a broadly available vaccination. You can get it from any one of our vaccination clinics. You can get it from your veterinarian. It's called the Bordetella vaccine. It's a kennel cough vaccination. It's one of the vaccines that most, if not all, boarding facilities require you to have on board with your pet before you board it. And there's a reason for that. It's because kennel cough or Bordetella can spread rapidly. It's not normally a life-threatening illness, but it can spread so rapidly. And if especially if you have an animal that's immunocompromised, it could be a problem. But it's a simple vaccination. We provide free vaccinations for most common illnesses like parvo, distemper, and Bordetella. So vaccines are incredibly important, and especially in our pets, but especially when you're preparing to board your animal in a boarding facility. And God forbid if your animal ends up in an animal shelter, even more important that they're fully vaccinated.
And I had mine actually caught up last week. So like you were saying, it's an easy process where, it's not a long process for the dogs to really get that done, but it really provides them a lot of protection against, all the stuff, all the ickiness out there. Like Kitty was saying, like what she sees all the time, it could be easily done with just a simple vaccine. So that's awesome. We have Nikita as our guest today, who's hanging out with Daniel today. And like I always say, every dog's a lap dog as they can fit on a lap. Nikita is definitely living up to that today. Information is A119-4157. I do want to talk before we start wrapping up here. You guys got a lot of great events going on this coming up weekend. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so our team is out in the community every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with adoptable pets. So this weekend we will be at Express Moving. Express Moving is a moving and storage company on Buck Owens Boulevard. We'll be there Friday, and then on Saturday, we'll be at PetSmart on Callaway, I believe this Saturday, and then we'll be somewhere on Sunday. And
Sparkling Image Car Wash.
There you go, Sparkling Image Car Wash on Rosedale Highway.
Next to In-N-Out.
Yeah, right next to In-N-Out. So we'll be out throughout the community this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with adoptable dogs.
Get a
And
burger and a dog.
Yeah, and every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're out in the community with adoptable dogs. For more information on where we're going to be, make sure you follow Kern County Animal Services on all our social media channels. We are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. You name it, and we're there.
Daniel had the perfect idea for your Sunday. You go down, meet your new forever friend, then go to the patio next door at In-N-Out and go get a good burger right there. So you got it all handled right there. Thank you once again, Nick, Katie, and Daniel, our amazing team, and your entire staff. I always appreciate everything you guys do for our community at Kern County Animal Services. Katie, who's hanging out with Daniel, who's doing a little rah shishumumba. I all ready for the big football game we can't mention because of copyright restrictions. But Nikita can be your perfect companion for that. A1194157. And of course, definitely check out the information that is scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Let's get Nikita home. So, I'm sorry, guys, you're not going to get Nikita because she's going to have a home already, but we'll figure it all out. Thank you, guys. Once again, I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next time with another edition of your Energy 95.3 Pet Connection, brought to you by Kern County Animal Services and, of course, your friends right here at Energy 95.3. Take care, everyone.